Good morning students, welcome to the first video lesson of Geography class 7th. We will start chapter number 1 today. The topic is Geography of the Muslim World. We will cover the information given on page number 1, 2 and 3. The time duration of the lesson is 35 minutes and the resources required are Secondary Social Studies Book 2, Notebook and pens. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to name different religions practiced in the world, discuss the percentage of the world population following different religions, define the term Muslim world and find the extent of the Muslim world, discuss about the basic climatic and topographic features of the Muslim world. Before we start the lesson, let's recall a few basic facts. Name some Muslim countries: Pakistan, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey and so many other countries. Name some countries of the world which are not Islamic countries but Muslims live there in great numbers. Yes, India, Sri Lanka, China, America, Britain, France, and there are so many other countries which are not Muslim countries but Muslims live there in a great number. What similarities and differences do you find among the Muslims of Islamic countries? They have the same religious faith, that is Islam, and follow all the 5 basic tenets of Islam. What are the differences? There are differences in their language, dress, food and lifestyles. What is the reason for these differences? When they are all Muslims, then why do they have different language, dress and lifestyles? Because of topography, climate and local culture. Now look at this bar graph and you will find this on page number 1 of your book. Now see this horizontal line. In horizontal position the religions are given, and in vertical position percentages are given. Now what you have to do, you have to analyze the percentage of the world population belonging to different religions. Which religions are given here? Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, and in others there are so many other different religions. Now what percent of the world population is Buddhist? It is 6%. You see, 6% of the world population is Buddhist. 14% of the world population is Hindu. 21% of the world population is Muslim. Then 33% of the world population are Christians, and 26% of the world population belong to other religions. Now looking at this bar graph, what are the 2 top religions of the world? Yes, Christianity and Islam are the most followed religions of the world. Now what other religions are followed in the world? Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, Judaism. What are the Muslim countries? What do you understand by the term Muslim countries? Muslim countries are those countries that have declared themselves Islamic countries. For example, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, Saudi Arabia and other countries. Now other countries may have large Muslim populations like India, but they are not known as Muslim countries. Why? Because they have not declared Islam as their state religion. So Muslim countries are those who have declared themselves Islamic countries and those who have declared Islam as the state religion. Now, in which continents there are no Muslim countries? Can you recall? Yes, in North America, South America, and Australia. These are the three continents where there aren't any Islamic countries. Which continent has only a tiny Muslim state, also named the state? Albania is the only Muslim state in the continent of Europe. Now, look at this Muslim world. You just look at this map. All these green color, all these countries who have been given green color, these are all Muslim countries. So you can see the extent of Islam. This is Africa. You can see in Africa, this is Asia, this Indonesia here. So these are all Muslim countries. This is the Muslim world. Now let's find the physical features of the Muslim world on the map. Now this is a relief map. This is the key of this relief map. The shades are given here to show the land heights. This is the sea level. This color shows that the land is 200 meters high. You can see, you can find these shades here on the map. This color depicts the height of the land 500 meters. This color shows 1000 meter high land. This color shows 2000 meter high land, and so on. So now if you look at the Muslim world, these are basically not the borders of the Muslim countries, but I have just roughly highlighted the area where Muslim countries are located. So to make it easy for you, you can see the whole area here also, and this area also, and this area also. You will find these three shades only. Means you do find the brown color and the other shades, but very rarely. You see, rarely you can find these colors, these shades. So it means that most of the Muslim world is on flat land. Now see the physical features of the Muslim world. Most of the Muslim countries are located on level land. The mountain ranges are North Africa, the Atlas Range, Ethiopia, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Eastern Turkey, and Iran are highlands. The highest mountain region are Afghanistan and Pakistan. This area is highlighted. Inside this area are Pakistan and Afghanistan. So you can see this brown color here, which is showing 1000 meters height, and even more than that. You can see other colors also here. So it means that Hindu Kush and Karakoram are the two mountain ranges found in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Now, natural vegetation of the Muslim world. What does the term natural vegetation mean? What does it stand for? What do you understand by that? So, natural vegetation refers to forests which in general defines a community of living trees and associated organisms. Can you recall a few basic types of forests? So these are coniferous forests, deciduous forests, tropical and subtropical forests, and tropical rainforests. Now, except for Malaysia and Indonesia and some parts of Africa, more than half of the whole Muslim world area is hot desert. Now, when we talk about desert, the word oasis is very common. What does it mean? Yes, an oasis is a fertile spot in a desert where water is found. This is a picture of an oasis. So, as we are talking about the Muslim world, when half of the Muslim world is having hot desert area, so you can understand that there is very less vegetation there. Now let's observe the map of natural vegetation of the Muslim world. Now this is the map showing the natural vegetation. Now these shades are given here and the description of each shade is given here in this key. All these shades you can find here on this map. Now when we talk about the Muslim world, so you can see we have already seen the physical map or political map of the Muslim world. So these all countries are the Muslim countries here also, and this is Saudi Arabia and this is Africa, and these are the Muslim countries of Asia. So when we see these areas here in this key, so what do we find? This whole area, what does this tell us? It tells us that this area is hot desert. So you see, this is all the area of the Muslim world. So a lot of area of the Muslim world is desert. Then we do find you can see this color, it's Indonesia. So what color what does this color depict? It shows us the tropical rainforests. It means that quite some area of the Muslim world has the tropical rainforests also. So now let's see what basically vegetation do the Muslim world have. Most of the Muslim countries have desert where little or nothing grows except very tough plants. There are considerable areas of tropical rainforests in parts of Central Africa and Southeast Asia, which produce huge amounts of timber and tropical forests products such as rubber and tropical fruits. In other countries, good farm crops are produced, just like if you talk about Pakistan. So we do produce good farm crops. Now let's review what we have learned today. Name different religions practiced in the world. Name the top 2 religions of the world. What is meant by the Muslim world? What are the physical features of the Muslim world? Which type of natural vegetation is found in the Muslim countries? Now check your answers. Name different religions practiced in the world. Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, Sikhism, Buddhism, and Judaism. Name the top 2 religions of the world. They are Islam and Christianity. What is meant by the Muslim world? Muslim world include the countries which have declared themselves as Muslim countries. What are the physical features of the Muslim world? Most of the Muslim countries are located on level land. The mountain ranges are North Africa, the Atlas Range, Ethiopia, Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Eastern Turkey, and Iran are highlands. The highest mountain regions are Afghanistan and Pakistan. These are Hindu Kush and the Karakoram. Now, which type of natural vegetation is found in the Muslim countries? Most of the Muslim countries have deserts where little or nothing grows except very tough plants. There are considerable areas of tropical rainforests in parts of Central Africa and Southeast Asia which produce huge amounts of timber and tropical forests products such as rubber and tropical fruits. In other countries, good farm crops are produced. I hope whatever we have studied and the maps we have gone through, these are clear to you. So now we expect you to read all the 3 pages and of course go through the maps given on these pages. Then you have to complete question number 1 and 2 from page number 3 of your textbook in your notebooks. And you have a little homework also. Complete question number 3 in your notebooks. So keep practicing. Have a good day.